Welcome to Hill Murray, home of the Pioneers. Today we have a good baseball game in store as the Pioneers are going to be taking on the St. Thomas Cadets. I'm Tim Peterson, joined today by Dan Wilson.
Hey Tim, how you doing?
Good, how are you, Dan?
Fantastic. We got a beautiful day for a ball game today.
We've had blessed with very nice weather so far in this spring.
Oh gosh, it's been absolutely fantastic. Can't ask for a better.
Go over the defensive positioning quickly here for the Pioneers on the. But first we'll do the standings. Yeah, as you look in the Classic Suburban Conference, kind of a few good teams right there at the top, and Hill Murray involved. They haven't played as many games as the other teams, as you see, but they are a top 10 ranked team.
We got that right. You talk about such a powerhouse conference as far as high school baseball is considered. This, and you just see these teams and the quality of talent that comes out of these schools that they field, Tim, they're just really 100%. Great prospects, great opportunities for these kids to really have a great season.
Paul Weinberg, the coach of the St. Thomas Cadets, and Bill Lechner, the coach of the Pioneers, and leading off for the Cadets.
Today is Dominic.
Is the center fielder. And I heard him say the name, but I wasn't sure the announcer said it. But Dominic Massa, is that how he said it?
Mascal, yeah, I believe.
Takes the first pitch strike. It's 0-1. On the mound today is Henke. That pitch just inside on the fastball.
I believe he's the catcher.
Oh, you wrote it. Okay, I see. He wears number 8. I was looking at number 8 as being the position on the field in which he plays, and if you're unfamiliar with that at home, the pitcher is generally number 1, catcher 2. First base would be number 3. Second base would be number 4. Third base number 5 as that pitch misses low and the count goes to 3-1. Shortstop would be number 6. Left field would be number 7. Center field number 8. And right field would be number 9. The 3-1 pitch from Luke Henke. Right down Broadway for a strike. It's full count now.
Painting that plate right there.
Nice job by the leadoff hitter making the count go full. Massia is how we'll say his name. He is a senior. A 3-2 payoff pitch bounced right back to Henke. He'll grab it, flip it over to 1.
Well, that's great fundamentals on those guys right there. We have paid good to the catcher to take him deep in the count and just start off right away. He can really show his fundamentals are coming out strong.
5, and he is playing shortstop this afternoon. John Gold.
John Gold will dig in next. The shortstop for the Pioneers, going around defensively for the Tommies. Going around defensively for the Pioneers. As I said, Henke's on the mound, and he delivers here. Fastball, strike. Newbeck behind the plate. Chosey on first base. McGrain playing second base, the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2, 0-2.
He's really finding his location here.
Over on third is Kosmalski. Shortstop is Quinlan. Left field is Young. Center field is Glomb. And right field, Jay Zabrowski. Tried to get him to chase one there. He didn't go after it. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that's going to be low in the dirt. Try to get him at the nasty curve, and it broke a little too early.
Yeah, it did a little bit there, but you got to tell you the umpire is going to be really thankful he's got a catcher that's willing to block a ball with nobody on base. It's
take it in the shins. It looks like he's got shin pads on, though.
Oh, yeah.
That pitch misses again low, and the count goes full once again. So 2 batters in a row. Looking at 6 pitches. Henke winds and delivers. And this is outside.
Good batter's eye.
Good patience.
Very good patience.
Stepping in for St. Thomas.
Danny Bear will be the hitter now.
Danny Bear.
Right fielder.
Right field this afternoon.
Bear spelled B-A-E-R.
Keep announcers like us guessing.
Right? First pitch to him, catches the inside corner. It's 0-1. Henke doing a good job early in the count, but doesn't want to keep running the counts full on these hitters. Typically, the number 3 hitter in the lineup is generally one of the best. Contact and power.
Be interesting to see how he works out of out of his stretch here with the man on. Coming out of the stretch with the man on, and you got speed at first base. You know, you got speed on the bags. It makes the game a little bit more interesting to see what they're going to do here.
A couple pitches, both go for balls, and it's 2-1 after getting ahead 0-1. He's now behind at 2-1. Luke Henke, a junior, right-hander, sets and throws, and that one's driven to left. But
it's playable. He's still got move.
Right against the fence, but he can't make the catch.
I didn't hold on to it, but that fence, boy, he had a little real estate to cover on there, and he measured that fence out nicely. But when you get to the fence, it's just you try to get there, you're looking up in the sun, you're reaching out to the fence, and
a lot going on in your mind.
There's a lot of stuff happening there, but
Kosmowski couldn't make the catch. Probably should have, but a difficult one at that. Count goes to 2-2.
And he's going.
Popped up.
Like a hit and run.
He's going to have to retreat to first. Coming in to make the catch will be Young. He gets it in. The runner scampers back to first. And there's 2 away. Hit and run. It didn't work. Didn't pay off.
Yeah, you got to give credit to St. Thomas for trying to be aggressive here early on in the game right now. I figured, when they're on the road like this or in a visiting ball club, you really got to come out fast and come out hard. Pays off to be aggressive like they are.
And we watched the game at North the other day against White Bear Lake, and North was at the home team, and they were very aggressive, and it paid off for them.
Is that right?
They've remained undefeated. Johnny Economy, the pitcher for North, has gone to 2-0 on the season.
Really? Start off like that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, he threw all 7 innings the other night when they got the victory. What the catcher did there, I used to do that as a catcher myself, a little trick. He didn't do it on purpose, but you just act like you don't know where it went, and it's right between your legs, and try to get that runner to go.
Try to bait him in there, a little razzle-dazzle?
Yeah, I used to work, in 5th and 6th grade, but I don't know that it'd pay off much here in high school.
Sometimes you got to appreciate a little hidden ball.
That pitch misses, and the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. And sometimes you just catch it and you act like you don't know where it went, and really it's in your glove the whole time. 3-0 pitch right down the middle for a strike, 3-1.
I don't know, they would call it spidey sense, more like baseball sense, like a hockey sense and baseball sense.
There's a chopper to second base, scooped up, and thrown on to first. McGrain to Shaughnessy, retires the side. Well, that first inning, no hits, 1 walk, no errors, no runs. We'll go to the bottom half of the first inning. You're watching Pioneers Baseball on TV19 Sports.
The Red Cross is always there when disaster hits.
But because we've had so many of them in recent years, the Red Cross is calling on you.
Donations are needed to help people rebuild their lives.
Give what you can today to help thousands of victims of disaster all across our country each year.
Well, the Cadets take the field here to start off the home part of the first inning, as the Pioneers of Hill Murray will be up to bat. Leading off for them will be Lucas Glom. And if you remember Lucas from his multi-sports, he was one of the football players on that state tournament team they put out. He actually had a broken arm and played with the cast on his arm at the state tournament.
Tough guy award.
I actually saw him make an interception with that cast on. So, yeah, tough player on the mound is Houston Droll, a right-hander for the Cadets.
And watching Houston here warm up, and he looks like he's got a great stride. You can see that from our vantage point. He's got great bend in his breaking pitches. It's going to be really a fascinating.
Just a junior. He's actually listed as a catcher as well, so always a good thing to have a pitcher who can also catch, because you really will be able to work with your catcher well. Communication and everything.
That's correct.
Batting order for the Pioneers will be Glom and then Young, followed by Quinlan. Henke will be batting fourth. Newbeck will bat fifth. Kosmowski will be followed up by Chosi, Zabrowski, and McGrain. Lucas will step in. Junior right-handed hitter. Wears number 4. Takes the first pitch. Inside. No, it caught the corner.
He caught a little bit of a black on there.
That was a late call by the ump, but he called strike. 0-1. Houston with a good bender to start off the game.
Looking like he's got a real solid.
It's a slap hit to right. Scooped up by the second baseman. He'll flip it on to first. And that's Noel throwing it to Vanasek.
Number 17,
1 away for the Pioneers.
Well, I'm really excited about his. Looks like he's got a real solid 12-6 curveball of some kind. See how he works with it. This would be nice with his catcher and communications and how he changes up his pitches.
The last pitch he threw was a fastball, and that's a fastball there, and it's a strike. 0-1. Young ready. Joel kicks and throws. Strike. 0-2. Alex Young, the outfielder, the junior, playing left field today. 0-2 pitch. Swung on left side. Hit well, but getting back in time and making the catch.
He really take his time on that curveball. He might have saw something going on in that batter's eye because he just sat back, had his quick wrists, sat back and just drove the ball nicely into left field.
Marin out there in left played it well.
He sure did.
Had to backpedal a little bit, but not much. There's 2 away here as Quinlan steps in. Corey Quinlan, senior shortstop, drives this one.
I think
left
I got
center.
this one.
It's down. Quinlan rounding first. He's on his way to second. He'll be in there with a stand-up double. And the first hit of the game goes to the Pioneers.
I give credit to Andrew getting his uniform dirty there. Hopefully come out with a big play. But that ball was destined for grass right there. They had a nice shot on there.
With Corey Quinlan on second base. And there's still 2 away as Luke Henke will step in. Andrew, that center fielder. That's who got dirty.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Okay. Showing a good effort. First pitch, Bender is called for a strike. And the last 2 hitters reading the curveball well and waiting on it.
Yeah, they really had nice patience.
The 0-1 pitch. Fastball driven to right. Hit well.
Really well.
Oh, way back. And that'll 2-hop to the fence. Henke will dig into second. And the first run of the game comes in as Quinlan gets the Pioneers on the board. They're ahead now 1-0 in the bottom of the first.
You talk about aggression right there, Tim. You see a sure double like that, and those runners when you hit that ball, you watch that ball go a little bit, and when you saw that was burning the right fielder. He just started taking off with no stop sign in sight, and then when he hit that ball, he knew it was a sure double. He just kept running right through it.
Yeah, with 2 outs, that runner on second, Quinlan took off right away too. That'll bring up Newbeck with a runner in scoring position. See if he sits curveball.
Newbeck catching today.
Henke actually sat on the fastball there and hit it well. So they're reading Joel pretty well so far today.
Yeah, just right off the bat right there. No pun intended.
Joel not liking something, calls the catcher out.
Do a little communications here. I'm going to talk about it a little bit.
A runner on second peering in so he can. Maybe they're worried about the calls being intercepted.
Well, a lot of catchers and pitchers they'll do multiple signs. You see it in the major leagues, and you see these guys, they give 2-3 signs, and you want to know which one is which because you don't want to see that communication and keep that runner there at bay at second base.
Swing and a miss there.
Way in front of that ball. That was a nice off-speed pitch. Good read. Way in front of that ball.
Newbeck maybe thinking fastball, and he came with the breaking pitch.
And he sells that breaking pitch nicely.
0-2. Joel checks the runners, kicks in, throws it high. Nice job by the catcher behind the plate just to hang on to that one.
That's correct. He's nimble. You got to give it to him.
I'll give a little history of you for credibility. Dan Wilson, a former catcher currently for a town ball team, and assistant coach of one of the teams in our conference.
Yeah, that's correct. I'm having a really great time doing it.
Ground out to second base. Ends the inning. And the Pioneers get one in that inning on a couple of hits. They lead this one 1-0 as we move in to the top of the second. I'm Tim Peterson with Dan Wilson, and you're watching Pioneers Baseball on TV19 Sports.
In 1977 in Johannesburg, South Africa, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. By the age of 9, he was already outplaying him. The odds of this gentle lad winning the Junior World Golf Championships at the age of 14, 1 in 16 million. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the Open Championship once and the US Open Championship twice, 1 in 780 million. The odds of this professional golfer having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 150. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
Welcome back to Hill Marie. I'm Tim Peterson with Dan Wilson, and the Pioneers are playing the Tommies today. And they lead this one 1-0 as we look in on the top of the second part of the inning. Top of the second, we'll look over the Cadets roster there. That's their full roster, not necessarily the batting order or anything. That's just everybody on the team getting a mention here, getting their name shown so everybody at home knows. Maybe a grandparent will be happy, if their,
absolutely.
Their grandson's not playing, but
absolutely.
There's proof that they're on the team.
And there's upcoming games for St. Thomas Academy. Their upcoming games there, you see that they're covering the month of April. And they got a full schedule. You see where they're coming across, and they're gonna have Cretan coming up there, and another seeing Hill Murray at the end of the month again, or the start of May, and then close to my heart, Henry Sibley.
Where you used to coach
the Warriors, yeah. So we're gonna face the Warriors there. I can tell you, I'm a little biased, but that's always exciting when you get down there. They're so close together down there. It's always nice to see those two squads get together and have a baseball contest.
I always get confused with those schools of Sibley and Simley. The names not only sound the same, but they're just on the other side of the freeway from each other, basically.
Basically.
The Warriors are on the north side of 494, and Simley is on the south side of 494.
Yeah, there they are.
Stepping up to the plate for St. Thomas, center field.
Yeah, well, St. Thomas with a couple nice
Number
wins so
7,
far. They
Timmy
beat Tartan 7-2, River Falls, Wisconsin 7-2, and they also beat Tartan 4-1. But they trail here, and number 7 will dig in, and that's Andrew, the center fielder. Looks at a first pitch ball, and the umpire not so safe on that one as it got all the way to the backstop.
I got away from him a little bit. You see a ball like that go in front of the plate. Hits the ground, it's a little hard to read on the outside.
Teddy Andrews, a senior, swings and misses on that one, and the count goes to even at 1-1.
Nice cut. Is he using a wooden bat there? I think he is.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
That's Andrew, the center fielder. Number 7 coming out with a wood bat.
Swings and misses at that one. Well, there's a lot of talk that they want high schools to go back to the wooden bat. And Andrews putting it in play today.
Hey, get a head start on it. There's nothing like the crack of a wood bat.
1-2 the count. And that breaking pitch misses low and goes to even again at 2-2.
No, Tim, I got to be in support of that, the wood bat movement for high school ball players. I think it's
fouled off.
I think it's a fantastic move for them. It gives them the ability to adjust to that. It's safer for ball players too, including the pitcher. That ball comes off an aluminum bat, comes off hard and fast.
Well, there's not any other level that you continue to use the metal bat in once you get past high school as well, correct?
Oh, you go up to college, but I think college is making a movement too as well.
Is that chopper?
Change it out.
Ooh, bad hop up into the chest, and that's going to get Andrews' reach on an error. First error to McGrain and the Pioneers.
Number 6, Mac Myron. 21.
I think he might have taken a little bit off the lip there, but to McGrain's credit, he didn't get out of the way of that ball though.
He kept in front of it, which
sure
is
did.
what you want to do. That was a bad hop. It looked like the ball was dying as it was chopped out to him, and all of a sudden, the last minute, it took a weird hop up.
Yeah, it came up on him real hard and fast.
McMahon will step in. The junior looks at a first pitch ball. Mack, spelled M-A-C-K. 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1.
That's fantastic right here. You watch him, he's going right after the guy. He's not pitching around him. He's coming out. He's taking control of this situation here.
Throw over to 1. Getting back in time is Andrews.
You know, you take the lead, and then you come on out in the second inning. You get a man on first, and you just keep going after your batter. Every time you just go after him, and you show command that way, and basically who's in charge.
That pitch fouled off, and the count goes to 1-2. Challenging the hitters and trusting your defense. Something the Twins do a lot of. Trust in their defense. Unfortunately, so far this year, and most of last year, the defense not very good.
Not very characteristic of the Twins ball club. But, you know, I rest assured I bet you it's going to turn around real nice.
Even in their home opener, they had 2 errors.
Yeah, not like us at all.
No. Well, if you don't know, Nishioka, the starting second baseman, was just second, correct?
Yeah.
That one fouled off the leg, and players are playing it, but it definitely was foul. He, in the minor leagues, and everybody may be happy to know or unhappy to know, he's hitting .067 so far this season.
Sent down to Rochester AAA.
They said he's hitting the ball well, just not getting through, so they're not too concerned about him. And it's still early, so he easily can bring that average up. And a swing and a miss, and our first strikeout of the game, credited to Marin, was 1 away. Number
DH,
9,
number 9, Alex Knoll.
Alex Knoll steps in. We got a speaker right next to us, and I don't even know if I need to announce who's coming to play because they're right on it.
Yeah, runner going.
Popped up, though, on the infield. That's going to freeze the runner. He's going to have to hustle back. This ball had a lot of air under it, though, and making the catch over there was Kosmalski, and easily getting back due to the height of that ball was the base runner, Andrews.
And cadets are just trying to get something going here. They get a potential, and then it looks good, and they're trying to put some plays out there and keep it exciting and just not getting the ball to go the right way there.
First baseman.
Doug Vanasek will step in, senior, playing first base today. 2 away. Hankey looking in for the signal, checks the runner. Checks him again right there out of the corner of his eye, and now delivers. And that pitch just missing inside, maybe a little low. Yeah, Hankey definitely flirts all around the strike zone. He's hitting all spots.
Yeah, he really uses both sides. And you use the dish nicely that way. You can have good results like this right here. Ground balls. And people say that the double play is a pitcher's best friend, but boy, it's like ground ball is coming right in there.
Kosmalski makes the play on that one, and Cadets go down again. They do have a base runner in both innings, but have yet to produce any runs. Pioneers lead this one as we head into the bottom of the second inning. You're watching Pioneers Baseball on TV19 Sports.
La esperanza es más poderosa que cualquier desastre. Ayuda a las víctimas de miles de desastres que ocurren cada año en todo el país, como los recientes huracanes. Llama al 1-800-257-7575 o visita cruzrojaamericana.org.
I'm Tim Peterson along with Dan Wilson, and it is the bottom of the second inning. The Pioneers will be coming to the plate here. Leading things off for them is number 27, Mark Kosmalski, who just made a nice play at third base there. So we look at the whole lineup or roster for the Pioneers. Kosmalski will dig in. He's ready. Droll delivers high, 1-0. Droll gave up a couple doubles in that first inning, which led to a run.
Yeah, the Pioneers really put the bat on the ball there and really produce some nice things. That's good stuff right there. You see him put the bat on the ball, you hit it hard, and hopefully that ball finds grass and you score runs.
1-1 pitch, high. Now goes the 2-1. Kosmowski looking at a 2-1 count. Fouls this one to the left side. Coach Lechner.
Coach Lechner is going to show his range on that one, but Kosmowski's a tall drink of water.
He is. Might have to give Coach some grief for that one. He's got to get in front of that, right?
Where's the sacrifice?
Practice what you preach. Fastball misses high, and 3-1 is the count. Or excuse me, 3-2 after that foul ball. Droll comes with a payoff pitch. Breaking ball, hit right back up the middle and through to center field. And a nice job by Kosmowski, leading things off here in the bottom of the second.
That's gutsy. A 3-2 count. He comes off with a breaking pitch, hits it over. You give credit to Kosmowski there for sitting back when you're expecting a fastball, and he had patience enough to sit back and put his wrist on a breaking pitch over the plate. Sure would have been a strike 3 call.
Well, that'll bring up Dennis Closey. He takes the first pitch high for a ball. Muse going to run out and make sure Droll and him are on the same page. Actually, now one of the coaches
Skipper wants
coming
to come
out.
and we're going to talk about this. I wonder if he's pulled or tweaked anything.
Well, bringing everybody in. Yeah, he's thrown a couple pitches this inning, and both have been pretty high.
Social conference here on the.
And Dan, what are the rules on that? How long can they talk without interruption? A lot of times you'll see the umpire come out and say, "That's enough, guys. Let's go."
That's basically what it comes down to. It's speed of the game right now, and as far as what's happening in the chemistry of this game right now, it's really not impeding on anything. Guys will you see the Yankees do it a lot, where they really pull and draw out things, or it becomes annoying at this level. And what they're doing is more of an instructional for this. We're talking about high school athletes right now, so they're learning. So they take these as a learning process. Obviously, there's lines, and if you're talking a heated game or something where everything's weighing on this, the umpire's going to call it off quick. But right now, that's a learning process for them. So anytime your coach can go out there and coach, that's encouraged at this level.
So, but not really a time frame that they have. It's just kind of the umpire's discretion.
Yeah, exactly. You want to keep the pace of the game going for the crowd, for the kids, for the game, for the integrity of the game as a whole. But you give them about 30 seconds to get out there and tell them what they're talking about. And
1-1 pitch.
That's
low.
A nice block there.
Muse doing a nice job just blocking that.
Yeah, he coming down. You see where he's got great fundamentals. He's able to sacrifice his body. He squares his shoulders and drops nicely and blocks that pitch and keeps it just dead in the ball. You just want to take that speed and take the zip off the ball and deaden it so it lands right in front of you.
Count is 2-1 as Kosmowski dives back into first safely. Here's some players on the Pioneers bench doing some chances. This one's popped up to right, and he's got to battle that sun.
Sure does have to buy that sun. Good credit for him, man. That's a nice job.
And Bear stayed with it. Makes the catch. There's one away. Players on the Pioneers bench doing some chatter.
15,
and it did not sound like it was English to me at all. Baseball definitely has their own talk. You didn't really understand them sometimes. Jay Zabrowski will dig in with one away and one on. First pitch. Missing inside and low, 1-0.
Yeah, you talk about baseball having its own language, things like the wheelhouse or what is a wheelhouse, I guess.
Right in your wheelhouse. That's the spot you want the ball to be when you swing the bat. As the runner goes and chop right back to the pitch. On second, double play to first. Retires the side. So Pioneers look to have some stuff going. Zabrowski thought that pitch was in his wheelhouse. Hit it right back up the middle, and nice play by the pitcher on the 1-4-3 double play. Second baseman taking that turn, I believe. That retires the side. We're moving into the top of the third. Pioneers lead this one 1-0. We'll be back on Pioneers Baseball on TV19 Sports.
Honey, the credit fairy doesn't exist.
What?
It's make-believe. Nobody left anything under your pillow.
If there's no credit fairy, then we'll make our credit score go up.
We will, by doing things like paying our bills on time.
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
What?
Top of the third inning. St. Thomas coming to the plate, trailing this one 1-0. I'm Tim Peterson with Dan Wilson, and here is the schedule for these Pioneers.
Yeah, you can see the upcoming schedule here. The rest of April going into the first week of May. Pioneers have pretty much the same schedule as the Cadets are rolling into. You see them; they're all looking at they're playing in the same conference.
Classic Suburban.
Suburban Conference. But Hill Murray's coming up South St. Paul. Chanhassen.
Matamida, a good baseball team up there. They won the other day as well.
Number 19, Kevin.
The one
Gust.
victory that the Pioneers do have so far this season was against Simley. They won that one 7-5. That was played 2 days ago on the 9th. They play about every 2 days, 2 or 3 days. The 9th, the 11th, the 13th, the 16th, the 18th. So good opportunity for everybody to come on out and watch, taking a little baseball action. Henke delivers a strike, and it's 0-1. Leading things off here, number 19 for St. Thomas, and that's Kevin Gust. The senior hits this one.
Their base puts it right up the middle.
Yeah, nice diving attempt by Quinlan. Couldn't come up with it. And I believe that is the first hit of the game for the Cadets.
Batting number 8, Dominic Masha.
They've had a runner on base every inning. One was due to a walk, one was due to an error. And this is their first clean hit of the game. That'll bring up Dominic Macia. A leadoff hitter for these Tommies. Ran the count full in the first inning. Fouls this one off, and that's going to take out some traffic.
Ooh, that's going to have a chance. Cleared the street.
Oh, it did.
It did.
A little late on a swing, but just got under it as well. That's why it falls off back to the right. Count goes to 0-1. Henke keeping an eye on that runner. Delivering, pitching from the set, and calling time is Macia. Throw over to first and getting back in time.
He sits on and gets his uniform dirty and nice. That's always a...
Doesn't make Mom happy. You know, I'm a head first slider myself, and I love it because I can kind of watch and see where I'm going to put my hands and get around the glove. Another throw over to first. Gus gets back in time, but I love sliding that way. But the bad part is if your pants are never tight enough, and you end up getting a bunch of sand in your waistline. You slide leg first, you know, if you get sand in. There's a grounder to second. Oh, but bobbled it. He didn't have a tough play to first. Still makes the play. He could only get the guy going to first.
It goes down as a fielder's choice.
Having a little trouble so far is McGrain.
Doesn't go down as an error. It's more of a fielder's choice. He just didn't have.
Number 5,
didn't
John
field it
Gould.
cleanly when I got a double play possible out of that.
And this scoreboard not as elaborate as the one over at North St. Paul. North St. Paul, they're able to show the scoring every inning. All they did, errors, hits, everything. This scoreboard has balls, strikes, outs, the score in the inning. That's it. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0.
Cadets here with a great opportunity to capitalize, make this an even run game.
Is this a wood bat as well? No. First it kind of looked like it to me, but there's a strike thrown, 1-1. John Gould, senior, bats second in this lineup, and he's the third hitter of this inning.
John Gold, a little superstitious. He does like most ball players do, as is myself. We get our cleats and we take a marker or any type of like shoe polish or anything, and we color out the white part of his cleats. It's bad luck to have white on your shoes. Some ball players, us superstitious ball players, feel that way.
I always just figure if I play hard, I'll get them dirty anyway. A lot of superstitions in this game. That pitch chopped to third, scooping it up. On to first after checking the runner, but did he make it there on first, Dan?
That was a really, really bang-bang play going on right there.
They say they did get him.
He got him. He may have got him by less than half a step. Very close play.
Well, maybe that extra shoe polish on the cleats weighted him down just a little too much. Couldn't get the speed to get there. 2 away, and Barrel step in, the right fielder. Danny, the lefty, digs in with 2 away and a runner in scoring position. This one hit to second. Fielding it cleanly was McGray, and he makes a throw over to 1. And the Pioneers get out of that.
Yeah, shutting them down.
Cadets threaten, but do nothing. They leave a runner on second in scoring position. They trail this game 1-0 as we head into the bottom of the third. We'll be back. Pioneers baseball on TV19 Sports.
You ever think about buying a bigger place?
Just waiting for a visit from the credit fairy.
There is no credit fairy.
How else will I get a better credit score?
Look, you keep your credit card balances low and only open a new card if you really need it.
No fairy?
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to Pioneer Stadium, Pioneer Baseball Field. We're watching the Cadets take on the Pioneers. My name's Dan Wilson. I'm halfway through fifth, and we're halfway through the third. Thank you very much. This is Tim Peterson with play-by-play.
Thanks, Dan. The Pioneers have managed a couple hits so far in this game. They've got a couple doubles, and it has led to 1 run. Leading things off here in the bottom of the third, Brandon McGrain. The second baseman
is number 7, Brandon McCray.
Had a little trouble so far in this game fielding some balls, but made a nice play to end the top of the third inning. Stayed down on the ball and made a nice play in picking up the grounder and throwing on to first. He'll get to start things off here.
He'll get a chance to redeem himself.
Houston Droll doesn't like the baseball. Give me a new one, he says. Okay.
Okay.
Here you go.
All right, you give it to him. You got to give him credit for, he bobbled the ball a couple times, but the early game jitters, the temperature has something to do with that a little bit. Plus, he took a bad hop.
It's not like he's jumping out of the way of anything or anything.
No, absolutely.
He stayed right in there, just the way the ball bounces sometimes.
Yeah, well, you got to give him credit, too, on staying with the play, whereas getting one out, getting the one you can get.
The 0-1 pitch, breaking pitch, had him fooled. Count goes to 0-2.
He didn't panic. He stayed with the ball. He knocked it down. He didn't panic. Went for the sure out. Turned it into a fielder's choice.
Facing the 0-2 pitch. That's going to come in hot and high for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes. A high school in the backdrop here of this field. As its ball is hit to third and off the third baseman's glove. That's going to leak through, and on that, McGrain has reached first base, so he's struggled a little defensively, and he makes the defense work for that one as they couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, Tim, so much of this game is fundamentals. That's an error. You just see what happened there, and so much of this game is fundamentals, and they try really hard. He was going out of his range a little bit to make that play, but unfortunately, for his sake, it's scored as an error.
So McGrain reaches on an error, and a bunt attempt fouled off. McGrain was breaking for second.
Barely got a piece of that.
Lucas Glom trying to lay one down. It's a sacrifice.
This is what I love about baseball, small ball. I think small ball is so exciting, Tim. bunts, hit and runs, double steals.
You know what I miss is, and I don't know why it doesn't happen much anymore in pro baseball. The stealing of home. It's a perfect double play attempt. On to 2, throw to first. And he beats it out.
That was a pretty athletic throw on his part.
Well,
not in time, real fast runner, able to beat out that hit.
Custom-made double play ball right up at second base. And
certainly, but he's got some wheels. He's able to beat that out.
Yeah, Glom.
So he's a multi-sports player, I believe.
Yeah, he was the one in the state tournament for football.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he was a basketball player as well. This one's fouled off, and that's going to see some concrete, I believe. Boy, look at those guys running for that ball.
Yeah, you get these guys out here, and these kids running around for foul balls.
There's a gal down there. She's got a big smile. I think she was, people were yelling at her. She didn't know the ball was coming at her.
We do have an energetic crowd here, I tell you.
Nothing, one out. Hit and run. It pays off. Nicely hit to left field. Nice level hit. Missed the cutoff man on the relay in there, but comes right to third base any which way. 2 on now for the Pioneers after that base hit. And Corey Quinlan will be the batter.
Quinlan wearing my number in baseball, 18.
His last at bat. He hit a double. He gets one here where they could possibly score 2 runs.
Quinlan having a hot bat this game.
Rob Quinlan, professional baseball player. Quinlan drives this one to right, and that's going to drop in there. We'll see if they send the runner. They do.
We got to play.
Come up throwing. They let it come in, and Blom with that speed races home. He's a defensive back in football and shows why with his speed as he beat out a pitch or a hit. Double play attempt, broke it up.
Number 2, pitcher,
able to reach
Luke
first base, and then comes around from second base to score on the base hit to center field. Pioneers have a 2-0 lead.
We just put that's a classic, just a classic Texas leader there, where he just took the bat, put it on the ball, and then was able to put a little bloop in the shallow center field over their heads. It's the relay right there, which is interesting. You see the runners on here; they're committed. Their discipline is really on point. He was committed to coming home no matter what. Where the relay, I don't know if they would have had really much of a chance on that.
Alex Young held at second base. Henke, the batter. Luke watches the pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. Joel checks for the pitch and then checks the runners, kicks and throws. Swung on left side.
Nice drive.
Hit on the line, and that's going to drop down. Nice job cutting it off by the left fielder. They're going to hold the runner at third, throw into second base, skips through. That's going to bring the runner home and advance the runner to third. They're going to try to get him at third. Long throw on time.
He got him. Oh, he didn't get him. He's underneath the tag. I tell you, Tim, we had a little bit of a snowball fight going on out there.
Throwing that ball all around, but does not hurt the Pioneers as now they take a 4-0 lead. Nice job by Henke, hustling around. He's going to be pinch ran for. Matt Schwartz going to be the pinch runner. He'll come into third. I guess they don't want Henke running from third to home.
Save him an extra 90 feet.
He is on the mound, so maybe they just don't want him running around that much. And Matt Schwartz, the senior, plays catcher. He'll be the pinch runner. And up to bat, number 3, which I don't have a number 3 on my roster. My roster, I believe it's Newbeck, but no, he's number 8.
Pinch running, number 1, Matt Schwartz.
See if they announce it for us here. Otherwise,
we got a lefty-righty matchup here.
Newbeck is listed as a number 8, but they haven't announced a pinch hitter at all, so maybe he's wearing number 3 today.
Oh, maybe.
The right-hander delivering to the left-hander on the 0-2 pitch. Low and outside, takes it for a ball. 1-2 with one away. Droll looking in. Kicks and throws. Fouled off. Boy, Newbeck just barely got a piece of that one.
He's out reaching on that.
Fooled a bit. His team giving him some grief, and he looks over and gives him a smile.
You see where they can get, they got up 4-0. They can loosen up a little bit. They stay solid, but it does a lot for your chemistry and your psyche, really.
The 1-2 pitch fouled off again.
Because you see these guys, they start playing better when they're having fun, and when they're having fun, they're looser, and then things start clicking.
Count holds it, 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 away and a runner on third. Schwartz gets his lead. Here's the pitch.
That's a drive.
Driven right to center field and playing it nicely out there.
Nicely played.
Andrews.
You got a runner coming.
Catch.
He's coming.
Yeah, they're not going to get that relay very smooth, and right across the plate comes Schwartz, and the Pioneers lead this one 5-0.
27, Mark Kosmowski.
Kosmowski will step in with nobody on and 2 away.
Now you see this at all levels of baseball, including more in high school. It's all fundamentals, and you try so hard to in staying in these young athletes is just fundamentals and fundamentals. The relays and hitting the cutoff man and having good footwork, and everything else will follow. It's a good base to have.
Looks at 2 pitches, and the count goes to 1-1. First pitch ball, second pitch strike. And you mentioned hitting the relays, and I know even when I play some softball and such, as an outfielder, you want to make that play. You want to make that throw all the way, but not always a good thing to do.
No.
When you do that, the other runners can advance. You're going for the guy, per se, at home, or the guy who hit the ball can go to first to second on you when you throw it all the way home. So you want to hit that cutoff man. Let the cutoff man make the decision on where he wants to go with it.
And that's so true. You really
nice hot shot to third, picked up and throw on to first is low and skips through, and thought about going, but wisely holding was Kosmowski. He turned, he was ready to go, but a nice job by the catcher hustling down there, and Muse makes it.
And Dominic comes on there. He makes an athletic play to recover that ball, and what you don't see on TV when you watch baseball games is how the catcher backs up first base for just that very purpose.
Yeah, he doesn't get there. That runner is going to second.
Oh, it's another bang. You just give him away. Gus made a nice athletic play to stop that ball, get back on his feet, and make a good throw.
Chopper down third baseline, but foul. 0-1. Yeah, Gus, that ball kind of put him on his rear end as he fielded it.
A little bit.
But he rushed his short throw a little bit.
A little bit. Vanasek he had an opportunity for greatness there, too, to make a really nice scoop. You could see he's got a lot of flexibility. He really got that down and saw the ball, but somehow the ball just squirted underneath his glove. And
Muse blocks another pitch there.
Yeah, Dominic's an athlete back there. You see how he gets down and sacrifice the body, but you really use that chest protector a lot. You square those shoulders, and like you said, you deaden that ball and keep it right in front of you.
Unlike a hockey goalie where you want to steer the ball or the puck away, as a catcher you want to keep it right in front of you.
That's true.
1-1 is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 away and a runner on first.
You see some activity in the Cadets bullpen.
Bullpen being down the first baseline there in the outfield, right up by right field. Possibly getting a new pitcher for them coming up here in the 4th. Right now he's trying to make it through the 3rd.
Well, coaches at this level also keep an eye on the pitch count. There's a lot of
that pitch called strike looked to be a little low, and looking back and
a little bit
maybe
of a question
it too is close.
You see at this league, you don't want to have any injuries in these guys' arms or not. Coaches keep a close eye on the pitch count, whether or not he's keeping his control, if he's not keeping his control, because we are still talking to high school students here, and and safety is paramount. And
I believe Johnny Economy from North threw 75 pitches
Got a
the
run.
other night. That was a driven ball to right. Battling the sun is Bear, but he's able to stay with it as the runner was going on the pitch. No avail. Caught by Bear out in right field. Pioneers add to their lead this one 5-0 as we head into the top of the fourth. You're watching Pioneers Baseball on TV19 Sports.
It's a great day, isn't it?
Yeah. Too bad your boat's gonna sink at 11:05.
Don't come closer. I have rabies. Don't you wish there were warnings to protect you from life's risks? With diabetes, there is one. It's called A1C, a simple blood test that helps measure your risk of serious complications. Learn more at diabetesa1c.org.
Beautiful day out here for some baseball. Good high school action. The Pioneers and the Cadets. A rivalry. Maybe more popular for their hockey. Today we got baseball, though, and it's a nice day. I'm Tim Peterson with Dan Wilson. And Dan, the Pioneers getting her done so far, leading this one 5-0.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there, Tim. The Pioneers came out hard and they came out strong, scoring runs and capitalizing situations that they're in. You see some really good ball out of them right now, but to the Cadets' credit, now is an opportunity for success. They're just setting them, see how they react to it, and how they mentally adapt and make up their own opportunity for success here.
Houston Droll on the mound. It looks like he's going to be switched out, but as for now, they're letting him keep hitting. Try to help his own cause here, get his team on the board. And Thomas with a tough schedule. The next game is against the undefeated North Polars. That'll be on the 13th. This ball chopped right down the third base on just foul. Looking like it might have had a chance to stay fair, but just gets around the backside of that bag and ruled foul. Count goes even at 1-1. South St. Paul is next on their schedule for the Cadets, and they have one of the top players in the state on that South St. Paul team. His name escapes me right now, but good player for them. These Pioneers with Matamidi and then Richfield. Next few days for them. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Henke.
Well, you see right before he delivered that ball, he moved up in the box anticipating maybe a different type of pitch. And you can see where the communications of the catcher and the pitcher, they really got him on a heater right over the plate.
Andrews will step in, and I don't even have to look at his number or anything. I see the grass stains on his hip from when he dove for a ball earlier.
Right, he was trying to make an athletic play on there.
Yep. Takes the first pitch, called strike, 0-1. I'm just kind of looking at our paperwork. Richfield's standing, as far as the standings, shows the record as being 4-4.
That's a lot of baseball played by already.
Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate. That's a lot
of
games for having the season just starting up here in April. We get our rosters and everything off the website for Minnesota State High School League, MSHSL. You can go on there, and that's the site that has to have all the legal rosters submitted to it. There are other websites, such as Star Tribune, but not always accurate or updated by coaches. But the MSHSL has to be updated. 3-1 the pitch count, and a swing and a miss. Count goes to full at 3-2.
Young swinging that wood bat just right through the zone, and he's going to make contact here.
Oh, you're right. It is Young. I thought it was Andrews. No, it's Andrews.
Oh, it's Andrews. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Takes a walk.
You confused me. And I said, well, Young. Oh, wait, Young's on the other team.
I apologize.
Number 21, Mac Marin.
Mac Marin will dig in after the walk. Andrew's been on base twice so far today.
Marin, left fielder.
And a strikeout victim. His first plate appearance. That pitch hops nicely into the glove of Newbeck. Get you nervous when somebody running at you with a big tub of Gatorade?
Every time.
Hit through.
Squeeze through.
And a hit here again for the Cadets, and looking to add some runs on the board here. Get a run on the board.
Number 9, Alex
Something
Knoll.
crooked up there. They trail 5-0, but have runners in first and second with only one away.
So much pressure gets released after you score that first run. You know, you're sitting in a situation right now, fourth inning, deficit of 5 runs. You get that first one, and you can see you see a change in their personality and the way they play.
Well, a jar of pickles is always easier to open after you have opened it. This ball gets through, and they're going to go ahead and make a play down to third, and the throw is going to be off. Both runners advance, and now the Cadets with runners on second and third. Alex Knoll, the batter, has a 1-0 count. 1 ball, no strikes.
That's the credit to the Cadets there for being a heads up on the base pads.
Pads? Sound like you said pads.
Ooh.
Pads. Well, that one hit right back up the middle, but a nice hop. Only play is going to be to first, and it's made. Kosmowski delivers. I don't know if that hit the mound or the shoe. I
think he took one right off the foot.
Number 4.
Appears to be okay, but they're going to go ahead and check on him. Coach Lechner will walk out there and make sure. Henke nods his head. I'm all right. It actually helped the play. That would have been a base hit to center, possibly scoring 2. Instead, it took a weird hop and went right to Kosmowski on third. Threw on the first for the out. Runner did advance to third base. Mac Marin will stand there. And the Cadets have gotten on the board here. They still trail it 5-1 though, with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, runner 90 feet away.
Henke appears to be all right. He talked probably a little bit of defensive strategy there with a runner on third. Doug Vanasek, the first baseman, steps in with 2 away. Vanasek ready. Henke kicks and delivers. Called strike. I was making a point earlier. I don't think I ever finished it. One of my favorite plays in Major League Baseball, it doesn't seem to happen very often anymore, is the stealing of home plate.
It is a rare one. Oh, you see where...
Nice block there behind the plate for Newbeck.
You see Newbeck, you know, he's got to be an athlete back there. You got a runner that's 90 feet away. And you just got to be solid. You get balls in the dirt. The pitcher probably gets a little overzealous and he throws off. And tries to throw harder than he should.
Backstop not too far away from the catcher, so even if he does get by, I think it might be difficult for him to score. This one slapped into right field. Base hit, and that'll bring Marin in to score. And the Cadets now have 2 runs in this inning. They still trail 5-2, but hitting a lot better up till now, as of now. Kevin Gust will come to the plate.
Number 19, Kevin Gust.
Vanasek gets his lead off of first.
Vanasek showed really great patience at the plate there where he went with the pitch.
This one driven to left. We'll see if it'll stay in fair territory. It does. Drops in. Vanasek not able to move up, but a base hit again. And Henke having a little bit of struggle so far this inning. 2 runners are on base as of now, and they've already put 2 across home plate.
Number 8, Dominic Masha.
Wow, the Cadets are just taking advantage of the opportunities that the Pioneers are giving them right now. You see Vanasek, I believe it was, who just went with a pitch, and whatever he gave him, put the bat on the ball and put it in an open spot, and he hits it to the opposite field, and that's a fantastic move on his part.
And Kevin Gust with a nice hit to follow that one up.
Mm-hmm.
They're respectively on second and first. And the hitter, Masia, the catcher, Dominic, looks at a first pitch, ball 1. This one hit right back up the middle. See if they can make a play. Nice job by Quinlan. Scoops up the ball, steps on second base, and the Pioneers get out of it, but not before some damage is done. Cadets adding a couple, answering back to the Pioneers. Pioneers still lead this one 5-2. You're watching Pioneers Baseball on TV19 Sports.
Hi, how are you doing today?
What looks good?
Our special today is shrimp scampi. It's been sitting around for about a week.
Excuse me. What time are you guys leaving? We're gonna rob your house tonight.
Don't you wish there were warnings to protect you from life's risks? With diabetes, there is one. It's called A1C, a simple blood test that helps measure your risk of serious complications. Learn more at diabetesaonc.org.
Tim Peterson, Dan Wilson, the Pioneers and the Cadets all out here at Hail Murray, along with Mungo Jerry playing on the background a little in the summertime. I love this tune, Dan.
I do too. You know, it's a good mood tune. Puts you in a good mood. We got a good crowd out here. You see the weather get to a little bit. They're not moving around, sitting in the shade, some blankets.
See if the sun plays a little factor in here as it starts to dip a little bit. Put some shadows onto this field. As of right now, right field and the right side of the field's battling that sun all afternoon. If you'd like to come on out and join us, you can be a part of our staff, be part of our crew, have some fun filming some games. We'll get you the know-how and let you take it from there. We're always looking for volunteers, and that right there, my friends, is how you get a hold of us. Contact Arlen. He'll help you out.
When you see the cadets there talking strategy and on the bench, and Skip talking to his other skips.
Paul Weinberg and Mark Bolin, Steve Cullers and Tom Walrich, assistant coaches, and Weinberg the head coach. Bill Lechner's got Charlie Cicel. I should know how to say this name. I got an assistant coach and Charlie Cicalello, Cicalello, and I'm sure I did not say his name right, and I apologize for that. And Tom Quinlan, the other assistant coach. There's a strike called, 0-1.
You see the cadets here really are thinking defense right now. Defense and come out solid and play a really good half inning here and get back to the dugout, start swinging the bats.
A lot of multi-sport athletes here for the Pioneers as Zabrowski digs in, and he's a basketball player as well as a football player. So his parents have stayed busy over the years, I'm sure, running to all the practices and games. Called strike. Count goes to 1-2. As
he caught the black on that.
Houston Droll still on the mound. We saw the bullpen fire up earlier last inning for the Tommies, but they stay with Droll. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zabrowski thought about it, but wisely held back. Count goes even at 2-2.
Zabrowski, that's a great sports name. I like it when you get a name on the back of a jersey that barely fits in and you actually got to curl it around the shoulders a little bit.
Hit to the third baseman. Fielded cleanly by Gust, and Zabrowski is retired for the first out of the inning.
Number 7, Brandon McGrain.
That's probably frustrating to the people who make the jerseys when if Zabrowski had another family member on the team with them, they'd have to put an initial on there. And oh, man. Yeah, get smaller lettering. With one away, McGrain drives this one to right, backing up. Is Barry makes the play on it.
Very
fighting that sun.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Sorry to jump on you there, but he's fighting that sun. And he's made a couple plays out there and making some catches with the fighting that sun. And I think using the technique that you learn is way down in Little League, possibly T-ball times where Dad or Mom teaches you to put the glove in the air and block the sun out, and you can see the ball at the same time.
It's kind of surprising that he doesn't have sunglasses on out there. This ball fouled off, it'll be out of play. That might hit our work truck down that third baseline. Well, McGrain should know that right side has tough seeing it with he being a second baseman.
Mm-hmm.
This one reached out and slapped up the middle, and it gets through. Base hit. A nice job by Glom reaching first again. A lot of guys going up the middle today. I always say that's the best place to actually try to get a hit.
Yeah, right center or up the middle. Pitcher's off balance, and he comes out of a stretch after his delivery. Trying to regain himself. He's not really a solid spot to field anything.
Droll delivers. Strike one. Alex Young digging in again. With Glom on first and 2 away. Houston delivers, runner going. Throw down to second. It's there, but just late, and a stolen base for Lucas.
Now, Lucas had a really good jump on there. You see where he had the idea the play was on. They knew it was on, and he got a great. He on the way where his delivery were picked up his foot. Lucas had a great jump. You know, to Damien, really not on. If he had to be on target to make that play.
Count. In the meantime, goes to 1 ball, 1 strike, 1-1. Paying close attention to that runner on second. Glom's got some speed. This ball driven to right and hit well. Bear backing up and able to track it and make the catch. Nice job once again by Bear fighting that sun and retiring the side. Glom gets a hit, but gets as far as second, and that's it. Side retired. Score holds 5-2. Right here at Pioneer High School. So we look at that ball driven out to right. Nice job by Bear as you see him fight the sun and make a nice catch. Made it look routine. We'll be back. You're watching Pioneer Baseball on TV19 Sports.
In case of an emergency, if I'm at work, I would call my wife right away. Well, unless, of course, there's no cell service, and, then I...
If our cell phones didn't work and the land phone didn't work, the landlines were down, and that's a good question. What do you do?
Hill Murray Pioneers take the field as we enter the top of the fifth, and Dan has already finished the fifth. Dan Wilson with me. I'm Tim Peterson.
Thanks, Tim.
First baseball game for you of the spring. My second game I've been able to attend here. This game a lot cleaner than the last one we were at. North and White Bear Lake had quite a few mistakes. They had 12 total errors in the game we were at. And I think so far today we only have a couple errors.
They went about 3 errors in this game, which is, when you want to talk about a game at this level, and the errors are, they're sharp plays. These guys stay in front of them, so it's not been sloppy by any means.
No. Ooh, that pitch broke almost back over the plate as ducking out of the way. Gould thought maybe it was going to hit him.
Put a little Crisco on that ball.
1 ball, no strikes. Henke delivers, and this one popped up back out of play. It looks to be. It is. Newbeck ran over, gave it a look. Couldn't get to her.
Got plenty of young fans around here able to shag down foul balls.
Enthusiastic about being able to do it, too. They take off in a full sprint to get them. Henke's 1-1 pitch. That one's fouled off, same spot. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth. John Gould, your hitter.
Henke looks like he's really getting stronger as the game goes on. He's tuning up his velocity.
Ooh, that one
and
tuned up a little too much.
As soon as I say something.
Well, I was going to say last inning it seemed like they got to him a little bit. And to bear down this inning and get back on track. He was rolling pretty good until that fourth. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That pitch just missing.
Just outside.
Full count. And it seems like Henke's had a lot more full counts than has Joel on the other side. And another walk, the second walk of the game. Jogging down to first base, John Gould.
Gould, great batter's eye on that. To see it just painting on the outside, just missing on the outside, and letting that ball go by and taking that walk.
Number 10, Danny Beard.
Putting runners on at this case, it's all everything's positive. They're getting runners on base.
Danny Bear will dig in, the right fielder. Looks at a first pitch. Low for ball, 1-0. Bear's seen a lot of action out there in the right field so far today.
Catching balls on the run.
Yeah, he's made every play so far. Gould gets his lead. Here's the pitch. Right down the pipe, 1-1. One ball, one strike, one on, and no out. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off right side down the first baseline.
Danny's seeing a pitch right there coming on the inside part of the plate, and he just wants to turn on it and just hit it really hard.
Hit it right on the screws. Which is another weird saying for baseball. There's no screws in a baseball. It's just what we say.
Didn't like the time there. He's going to take a little time of his own. Step back, get a couple signs, see what's going on so we're all on the same page.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Henke kicks and throws. Driven to right, nice hit. Zabrowski will field it. He'll get it in quickly so the runner does not advance at all. Any further, at least in second base. A base hit. Runners now on first and second. After a walk, a base hit. And now the pitcher, Houston Droll, will come to the plate.
You see Danny had a bread and butter at bat right there. He just waited for a pitch that he liked. Turned around, he just turned, and his quick wrist put the bat on the ball and just put it where no one was. And you give credit to him for doing something like that, having the patience up there and seeing the right pitch and advancing the runner and getting on base himself.
Nice line drive base hit. Coach Lechner comes out, talks things over momentarily with Henke and the rest of the team. Talking a little strategy. Joel is the cleanup hitter. With 2 on, he could tie this game. 1 swing of the bat. Three-run lead, 2 on, nobody out. Joel steps in. Henke checks the runners and delivers. Fouled off.
Oh, wouldn't that be exciting, Tim? 1 swing of the bat and tie the game right there.
Depends on who you're a fan of.
That's true. Well, we're impartial.
Yeah. We're impartial. Nothing in 1 to Joel. And a breaking pitch in there for a strike. Nothing in 2. Looks like Kosmowski's cheating in a little bit. Now he'll back up off third base. He was up near the grass, but with 2 strikes, probably won't see a bunt, as if it goes foul, you're out. The 0-2 pitch from Henke. Swing and a miss. Henke reared back and blew it by him for the first out. Now he's hoping for the pitcher's best friend, a double play ball. Andrews will come to the plate. He's reached a couple times today. One away, 2 on. Henke delivers his first pitch to Andrews, and it's high for a ball. One and 0 with 1 out. Henke delivers. In there for a strike. Took a little something off of that one. Didn't look like a breaking pitch. Maybe the changeup seemed to fool Andrews. 1-1's the count. Henke looks in. The 1-1 pitch popped up. Right side. Zabrowski can't see it.
They don't see it. They don't see it. That's a drop. That ball's dropping.
Yep, now Zabrowski sees it, but it landed not too far from him, and coming all the way over from center was Glom, and Glom ended up picking that ball up and getting it in, and there's that sun that we've been talking about. Tough to see on that right side of the field.
I don't think a lot of people knew what was happening right there. You see, no one scored on that, and then even the runners, are confused, and I think you really got to be out there yelling, telling these guys that ball's falling, so you get on your horse and start digging in.
Zabrowski wasn't too far away from it, so even if he saw it at the last second, he might have been able to make a play on it. But do you mark that down as an error or just a hit? Probably just a hit, huh?
That's a hit, yeah. I put it as a hit.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Hankey delivers, swing and a miss by Marin.
That's a heck of a cut.
Yeah, he was hoping he could take the lead with that cut. So the count goes even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Hankey kicks and throws. Fouled off. Straight back.
Ooh, I think that one's in the street. Oh, yeah.
There's a car parked down there. He probably got out of the car and said, do you think we're safe from foul balls? And, oh, sure, yeah, they won't hit this far. We've seen quite a few get down there. They weren't like you. They didn't park in front of next to a tree.
Ooh, and he went.
Yeah, he tried to hold up. Marin couldn't hold on, though. And another strikeout thrown by Henke. I believe that's his 3rd of the game.
Number 9, Alex Knoll.
Alex Knoll will step in and try to get some runs on the board for his team. Right-hander versus left-hander. That's a matchup you want as a coach, for the hitter anyway. Typically, you want a right-hander pitch into a right-hander for the advantage pitcher, so we'll give the advantage hitter right now.
Certainly right there, Tim. You want to, in the situation the Cadets are in right now, they got a real positive side here.
Knoll hits to the right side. We'll see if McGrain can get to it. He does. Pitcher covering first. Henke gets there in time.
Got a little collision.
Yeah, it's unavoidable on that one, as Henke had to hustle over there to just cover first base, because coming off first was Closey going for the ball. Nice job by Henke hustling over there, making the play, and that ends the inning. So we take another look at it there. And if you look at that, look at the runner there, Knoll. You're not supposed to watch the ball. You just run. Head down and run. We'll have to take some notes and send them over to Coach Weinberg and let him know. But in the meantime, the Pioneers get through a tough inning there. They give up no runs. They still lead this one 5-2. You're watching Hill Murray Baseball on TV19 Sports.
In the event of a big emergency, and I'm at work, my daughter's school is 2 blocks away. That would be a very convenient meeting place for all of us.
We'd meet up at his parents' house.
A meeting place? Not really.
My husband would definitely pick up the girls from school.
I would want to make sure that she has the girls or is on her way to get the girls.
I know that there's a plan, but I don't know what the plan is.
Tim Peterson with Dan Wilson here. Pioneers baseball day against the Cadets. They're leading this one as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-2, a +3 so far. And starting things off will be Corey Quinlan, the shortstop for the Pioneers. Houston Joel still on the mound for the Cadets. First pitch swinging strike, and I don't really think Quinlan wanted that one. Tried to hold up and grimaced afterwards. He's not happy with himself swinging at that pitch.
Well, you see he threw an off-speed pitch on him, and he bit on it right away and tried to put the brakes on.
Fastball driven deep to right center. Hit well, way back, and it'll 2-hop to the fence. It's in the gap. Quinlan is going to stroll into second base with another stand-up double, his 2nd of the day. Well, he put a nice cut on that one.
Well, you see Quinlan just turns and he puts the bat on the ball and he drives it right where he wants to drive it. He measured the fence out nicely. Like you said, 2-hop. You can see in the replay here. 2 hops it right to the fence. He measures that fence out nicely with that shot. And I bet when he hit that ball, it probably felt like a marshmallow.
It's a good feeling to have. Mm-hmm. So a leadoff double to start the 5th inning for the Pioneers, and digging in now is Luke Henke. See if he can help his own cause by adding a run to the board. He did earlier with the back-to-back doubles. He hits this one to the right side, and boy, that could be in a trouble spot.
That's trouble.
Bear racing over, makes a nice catch, and unable to tag up is Quinlan. He'll hold second base.
Bear showing off his arm a little bit. I mean, he's got some range.
Range as far as going over to get that ball.
Right field, going and fighting the sun. And he's catching balls on the run and then flashing the leather along with flashing his arm.
You usually have your strongest armed player in right field.
This is true.
You don't throw too many from left field to first base, but you can throw third or from right field to third base. 1 away. Quinlan on second. First pitch breaks in there for a called strike to the catcher, Newbeck. Travis ready again. advantage hitter this time again, as the lefty faces the righty. The 0-1 pitch drops in there again for a strike, 0-2.
Newbeck expressing his view of the pitch a little bit.
Wasn't happy with it, huh?
I don't think so.
Didn't agree.
He's a classy guy, though. You can see how he just dips the brim of his hat down, says a little something.
Well, as a catcher, you don't really want to upset the guy that you got to sit in front of most of the game.
That's true.
When I've played catcher during softball, a lot of times I make the umps believe they're my best friend. Just hoping to get some calls.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then if they make me upset, I purposely miss catching the ball and let it hit him in the shins. 0-2. Couldn't get Newbeck to chase that one outside. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second.
Pioneers bench getting lively.
Yeah, a lot of chatter coming from them. What'd they put in their Gatorade between innings there? A little Monster energy drink. 1-2 pitch swung on left side and hit moderately well and deep. Gets over the head and drops in. The outfielder Marin, and another double. Scores another run for the Pioneers. They lead this one 6-2 on the double by Marin, scoring Quinlan.
Yeah, a little inside-out swing on that one.
Or excuse me,
Number
Newbeck with the double. I'm sorry, Newbeck doubles, scoring Quinlan.
Newbeck a little behind on that pitch, and he's got a little bit of an inside-out swing, and that ball, when it comes off the bat, starts slices away from the ball from your left fielder.
I actually thought Marin was going to be able to make a play initially, but yeah, that slice.
Yeah, it starts slicing away, and the spin on it just goes away from the ball player, and just makes it altogether more complicated for him. But credit to Newbeck on being able to put the ball in the bat on the ball, and put the ball in play.
Scores another run, and Mark Kosmalski digs in as the hitter now. Here's the pitch, fastball, strike. 0-1. Yeah, with this sun, we have a little monitor that we can watch the game if we choose. If we miss something or watch a replay, we can see it with you at home. As this ball's hit right back up the middle, that's going to get through. Coming around third is Newbeck. Here's the throw. They're going to try to throw him out. And the way it laid, that allows the runner to scamper down to second and into second safely. No! Wow. Not safely. They called him out. Kosmalski called out at second, not agreeing with the call. And boy, from way far away, it looked like he was safe. But the umpire right on top of it made the call.
Well, the umpire definitely he puts it right up the middle and squeaks through. You can see where. Now here's the fundamentals. Now he's going to try to hit the cutoff man. He blows past the cutoff man. Ball comes into play. What's the umpire? Maybe he came off the bag there. Yeah, it looks like he came off the bag and kept the glove on him.
I don't know about that one.
Ooh. I wonder what Blue saw out there. He must have saw something we couldn't.
Well, he goes down as a second out of the inning, and coming up to the plate now, first baseman Dennis Clossy. 5-run lead back intact for the Pioneers. They lead this one 7-2. Breaking pitch called strike. One and one the count. Now 1-2. That center field throw home. You don't want to throw it that high. You want to allow your team the opportunity to cut it if they can. And got away from Andrews a little bit. That ball missing. Count goes even at 2-2.
Well, so much is on that catcher. When you get the cutoff man coming in, the catcher's communicating to his cutoff man, left, right, which way he wants to line up to the throw. And on a play such as that, you got to hit your cutoff man. You want to make that play at home, but it's such a low percentage success rate. You got to rely on your cutoff man where that ball's coming in. The catcher's looking.
Ball 4.
The catcher's looking at the runner, and he's seeing the distance and where the ball's at. And if he's going to call cut or no cut. And in that position, in that play right there, you got to cut that ball off.
Number 15, Jay Zembrowski.
You eat the run and you make the play.
Yeah.
You make that out at second base.
Sailed it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Zabrowski digs in and fouls this one off down the left field line. A lot of ground to cover, and doing a nice job of it was Marin to make the catch and retires the side. Pioneers get their 5-run lead back here in the 5th. Through 5 innings, they lead this one by a score of 7-2. This is Pioneers Baseball on TV19 Sports.
Don't say that. You don't have to. Left-handed people a little bit more creative. I'm going to say nothing. Left-handed people are smart. They are.
Dad, do you want to get the phone?
No.
Every year, 1 million families face losing their homes to foreclosure. If you're ignoring your mortgage issues, things will only get worse. Call 1-888-995-HOPE, because nothing is worse than doing nothing.
They saw a 5-run lead shrink to score of 5-2, but pick up a couple runs in the bottom of the 5th inning and brings us to the top of the 6th with the lead for the Pioneers of 7-2. Luke Henke on the mound. I'm Tim Peterson. And the guy in the baseball cap there, Dan Wilson.
Hey, everybody, how are you?
Helping out with the color commentary today. Old Jibbles Parker on the camera. That was his name he gave himself for a basketball game earlier this season, and I like to stick with it.
Dribbles is a good nickname. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanasek will dig in. He's had a decent game so far. I believe he scored a run, been on base.
Cadets running out of options here. They're getting late in the game. And started making some moves and putting them in position and score some runs.
That one chopped down the third baseline. Foul. Count goes even at 1-1. Vanasek digs in, but they got to wait for Kosmowski down there on third as he retrieved the baseball. He's ready. We're all ready. Henke delivers. Breaking pitch, misses inside. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, breaking pitch at belt high there. It's great positioning, especially when you come over the plate like that.
Henke winds and throws, and that one fouled straight back. A little guy standing here next to me, Dan. I don't think he's not too sure what team he wants to cheer for. He's got a Matamidi Zephyr shirt on and a Hill Murray baseball hat on.
He's a little bit of an identity crisis, but
definitely a baseball fan.
Definitely a baseball fan. You got to have it fun. Give it up for him there, right? So,
looks like he's practicing his catching skills.
He's an aspiring catcher there. Kid after my own heart.
Yeah. Vanasek watches the count go full 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch from Henke. Swung on left side. Kosmowski scoops it up, throws over to one, and in time to get Vanasek, who was hustling down to first. There's one away.
That's a nice throw from Kosmowski right there. He fields that ball cleanly, comes up, comes set, puts his feet underneath him, and he just slings that ball across the diamond.
Number 19, Kevin Gus.
Strong arm, showed it there again. He's shown it a few times so far today. Gust will be the hitter. Lefty digs in with one away. First pitch, low and in the dirt. Nice block by Newbeck. 1 ball, no strikes. Henke delivers again. Driven to center field, left center in the gap, but cutting it off nicely. Out there were Young and Glom, and Young scoops it up and gets the ball right in. Holds the hitter, Gus, to just a single.
Number 8, Doug Vanasek.
That'll bring up Dominic Macia. The catcher digs in with one away. Here's the pitch. In their first called strike.
Speaking of opportunities for Cadets, here's a golden opportunity right now for them to really capitalize on a situation late in the game. Few options going through the skipper's head when put a play on of some kind.
This one fouled off right side. Well, they got back into this game, but the Pioneers just added a few runs, so stretched that lead back out.
Dominic, yeah, you're right on that. And Dominic, he's a ball player right here. He's thinking one thing, and that's just to get that ball in play, hit that ball hard. You can see him right now. He knows what he's looking for.
Behind in the count, 0-2 with 1 out. Dominic ready. Luke delivers. Blew it by him. It was a high fastball. And Dominic gave chase at it. Couldn't connect, and there's 2 away. Another strikeout, 4th in the game by Henke. Oh, we're talking about the weather and how nice it is. It's very nice to play athletics on this kind of weather. First pitch thrown in there for a strike. You're moving around a lot, but it's cool enough where you're not going to sweat too bad. And it's not too hot where you sweat too much either.
It's that comfortability level. It's so nice.
Yeah.
You hear about ball players in the major league level talk about the changes where they go to, they work out and they do spring training in Florida and Arizona and all over in the southern parts of the United States. They're playing in 80 and 90 degree weather. And for cases like the Twins, they come back home and they get to play in this, and it's comfort. It's comfort. Their play increases. It's a whole new aspect for them, and I'm sure it's a lot like with us.
Yeah, I don't really feel like wearing my long johns in the spring, so I'm happy about this weather myself. This ball, grounded, Kosmalski scoops it up. He'll go on to 1 with 2 away. And a nice job coming out in the stretch position by Closey. He makes the play, and that retires the side. We're going to head into the bottom of the 6th inning. The Pioneers leading this one by a score of 7-2. Pioneers baseball is what you're watching on TV19 Sports.
He covered over 5,000 miles, averaging about 100 miles per day. Manson says he wants to thank all who donated to his cause and wants to remind us that even though his journey is over, it must continue. Tom and Harriet Banks.
Every year, 1 million families face losing their homes to foreclosure. Because they don't know what to do, they do nothing. If you're in danger of losing your home, call us, because nothing is worse than doing nothing.
Look at some fans out here at Hill Murray High School where the Pioneers are playing the Cadets in a game of round ball baseball. They lead this one by a score of 7-2. I'm with Dan Wilson.
Hey, Tim.
Yes, I'm Tim Peterson.
This is Tim Peterson. I'm Dan Wilson. This is Tim Peterson.
Zach Halverson, unable to make the game today. Dan Wilson doing a nice job filling in so far today. He still has a good opportunity. He's got an inning and a half to screw up your good job, but so far you've done quite well.
Well, I'm not saying I'm shooting to take over Zach's position or his job by any means. The guy needs a day off hitting 1 or 2.
Right.
But I'm a local guy, born and raised in St. Paul. And
you have a little bit of Hill Murray somewhat connections, too.
My sister went to Hill Murray. She played a little softball and a couple softball, and she just, she didn't finish off here, and she ended up going to Tartan.
Billy Schweiger on the mound.
Traitor.
My sister, Mindy Wilson, before she was married, now she's Mindy Lang, married and has a brand new baby.
Wow.
Yeah,
congratulations to her.
Yeah, she's fantastic. She's
making you Uncle Wilson.
Beautiful little girl named Sloan Joey Lang. Born, I believe, 2 months ago now.
Does she still live in the area?
She sure does. She lives. Her and my brother-in-law. They live in St. Paul.
Are they would they be in the school district for Tartan or
no? Just outside of it. Be old St. Paul Johnson.
Down there on Arcade, is it?
Yeah, right on Arcade, the Governors.
A lot of famous people have been to that school. So we see a chopper up the middle. And quick play by the second baseman. Noel makes the play, 1-1. One away.
Number 4, Lucas Glom.
I believe Herb Brooks, a graduate of St. Paul Johnson.
Pride and joy right there.
The list is on and on. There's a lot of
great
well-known people.
Out. Yeah. The reason why Governors and one of Governor of Minnesota was a graduate from St. Paul Johnson. Speaking of athletes, my brother-in-law Joe plays for the St. Paul Pigs rugby team.
St. Paul Pigs, I never even knew of a team named that. I like the name, though.
Yeah, aren't they not too shabby, huh? Yeah, not too bad at all. They play all over.
Where do they have a home field anywhere?
You know, they do. I just can't think of it right now. It's a heck of a sport.
That one hit him in the toe when he gets to take a base.
Yeah, he took one off the old planter.
Actually, the ump didn't see it that way. The ump didn't think it did, but it certainly looked like it. And Glom was down to first base before anybody could think of anything about that one. So the count at 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Leadoff man Glom leads off. Second hitter of this inning, but top of the lineup. Led the game off. And looks at a 2-2 count now.
Glom having a heck of a game.
Gets on and uses his wheels. That ball missing. We got a full count. That is a new pitcher on the mound. It's Billy Schweiger. As Glom drills this one down the left field line, and it is a foul ball.
Foul ball. Boy, Glom just can't get on first right now, can he?
No.
Gets hit and gets that taken away from him, and he's falling off the field and takes the count into full. Hits one just foul.
Billy Schweiger, the senior, pitching the 6th inning for the Cadets. That ball swung on and called foul as Glom, I think it hit him in the leg or something. Oh, he made a comment there, didn't he? Could you hear what he said?
He wore that one after it hit off his bat, and probably took it off the same toe he got. And you can look on her. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he took one right.
That's how you lose a toenail, huh?
Oof.
Yeah, knocked him to the ground and kind of had a laugh at it.
Yeah, he's making it entertaining, I'll tell you that.
Payoff pitch, 3-2. Here it comes. Swung on.
Ooh.
Out to left field, a base hit. So Glom hops down to first base. You can see that toe is still hurting him as he didn't really run at all after he got hit, and then there he had to run and feeling some effects of that ball hitting him twice in the toes.
So much emotion goes into when you're at the plate there. You just say enough is enough and finally just take it out on something.
Yeah, took it out on the ball there. A nice line drive base hit. Checking Glom back to first. Alex Young, your hitter.
And see if he gets complacent here, and they're just double checking him here.
I hear a lot on the Pioneers bench. I don't know if it's just because we're closer to that bench, but it doesn't seem like Cadets are. I haven't heard a lot of chatter over there as of today.
Yeah, you hear a lot of communication over there.
I don't know if it's just the distance, but we're not that far away. We'd think to be able to hear them if they were chattering it up. 1 ball so far here to Young. Glom takes off, and Young smacks it to right. That's going to drop down there. Glom's going to stretch to third. We're going to see Bear's arm. He throws it, and it's off the mark. Young holds that first base, could advance. Glom moves over to third, and the Pioneers are looking to add some more runs to their lead against the new pitcher in Schweiger.
To bat, number 18, Corey Quinlan.
Corey Quinlan, a couple doubles so far today, will be the hitter.
You see his arm, he just tries to make that play. He's just a little off the mark. He's just a little off the mark going to 3 there, but fast enough and hard enough throw to keep the runner at first instead of advancing to second base.
Young thought about it, but thought the better of it with Quinlan coming up. And Quinlan will take a first pitch strike.
Now you see what Pill wants to do here if they want to actually swipe a bag here.
See if Young uses wheels. Schweiger steps off the mound and fakes the throw to first.
Sure, getting close to a block there. He just leaned into that one.
Pitch hits Quinlan square in the back. And that's going to load the bases up. Quinlan's having a good day, and sometimes you wonder if that's intentional, but I would say no.
Stepping up to the plate.
I mean, you're loading the bases up with that,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't want to do that. I was a pitcher once upon a time when I was in my youth, and I think I was the third pitcher of the game for our team. Every time this kid came up to bat, we beamed him.
Not just bad luck right there.
No, it was intentional.
Oh.
No, nobody liked him. The guy was about a foot taller than me, and I got into pitch, and they said, "Tim, beat him." I said, "No, guys, I'll get killed. The guy's a big guy." I didn't beat him, and people said, "Hit him again." It would have been kind of humorous, but I couldn't do it.
You seem to be that's an athlete back there.
Dominic making a nice play again behind the plate. 1 out, bases loaded, and Henke looking to help his own cause again.
When you see Dominic, he's got to move across his body.
Here's the pitch swung on left side. Oh, and it's booted by the third baseman in Gust. And all runners will move up. One bag, another one comes in to score. It's a 6-run lead, 8-2 Pioneers lead, and the bases are still loaded with 1 out. And Gus just misplaying that off his glove here as he dives for it. And it booted away from him, and Gould had to pick it up.
Yeah, it's just a worst-case scenario right there. He tries to make an athletic play on the ball and just squirts out.
Actually, that was Houston Droll on third base, the pitcher moving over to third base after he pitched the first 5 innings. Some defensive changing that I didn't stay up on. That pitch, I believe, was a ball. This one popped up in the infield. Getting under it is Gold. He makes that catch for the 2nd out. Didn't even have to catch it, but the infield fly rule being called. Runners can tag up on that, however.
Yeah, the runners can advance on an infield fly. Infield fly rule is put in effect so then the defense can't use it as a double up where he drops the ball in front of him and then tries to double up other runners, such as that.
First pitch strike to Kosmalski. Nothing in 1. That pitch missing. And Schweiger has pitched to a 1-1 count thus far. Here's the pitch, and that's going to miss. It's going to skip through. Runners coming home. No play available, and all the runners advance. And that coming in to score, Alex Young, the 9th run of the game for the Pioneers. They lead this one 9-2 now.
And Dominic goes on and he tries to make a good square block on that ball, but that ball with a little bit of spin on it just rolled up over him and all the way to the backstop. And even the backstop being as short as it is or shallow, runner had an advance. He just saw it coming and was able to score with no play.
3-1 the count to Kosmalski, and that's a play you have to make up your mind right away if you're going to go. There's no double rethinking it. You go or you don't go.
Mm-hmm.
That pitch catches the bottom corner, bottom part of the strike zone, and count goes to full at 3-2 with runners on 2nd and 3rd. Kosmalski ready with runners in scoring position. Payoff pitch is low and in the dirt. Dominic blocked that one down, but Kosmalski draws the walk and loads him up again. And this time, Dennis Closey will be the hitter. 9-2 the score. Schweiger looking in, getting his pitch signal. He winds and throws. Called strike. No balls, 1 strike. 2 away, 2 bases loaded. 2 runs in so far this inning. Dominic blocks this one again. Schweiger having a little trouble throwing a few in the dirt here so far in his first inning of pitching. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on. Hit out to short. Oh, it skips through. 1 run's going to come in. They're sending another run in to score. Just a mistake by Gold out there. Couldn't knock it down.
Up to bat is Jay.
Scores 2 more runs. Score goes to 11-2. Jay Zabrowski will dig again.
Yeah, errors will come back to haunt you. You commit errors like that, and you just dig yourself a hole, and it turns out to be quicksand. The harder you fight, the deeper you sink.
It's one of those times where you want to try to get in front of that ball, so if you don't get it with your glove, you'll get it with your body.
Yeah, he wants that. He wants that play back. He's thinking about it in his head right now, and he wants just to field that ball one more time.
Dabrowski takes a cut at that one and fouls it back. Count goes to 0-2.
Yeah, the foul ball went off a little bit, caught a little bit of Dominic's headgear.
Speaking of headgear, I was watching some old North Star footage last night.
Oh, yeah?
And the goalies didn't wear masks. Man, you got to have some guts to do that. He'll try it again this time.
Or
making the play is Gold. Yeah, health insurance and dental plan. Gold makes the play there, flips it, gets the force out at second, but 4 runs come in to score. Gold was thinking about it, got another chance for it, and capitalized. Hill Murray Pioneers lead this one 11-2 over the Cadets of St. Thomas. You're watching Pioneer Baseball on TV19 Sports.
Tick, 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 tick. Massive heat waves. Heat waves. Tick. Severe droughts. Tick, 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 tick. Devastating hurricanes. Tick, 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 tick. Our future is up to you. Tick. Go to fightglobalwarming.com while there's still time.
The action of the Classic Suburban and the Suburban East. We do that every other week. It's Sports Path, and it's live, so you never know what'll happen. There are mistakes that get made, and odd things happen. Always fun to see live television. It's kind of like watching auto racing. You just hope for a car crash, and it's live television. So, Hill Murray with them. Good state section and conference finishes. As we take a look at the banner that flies here. Bear swings and hits one to right, but it's foul. Well foul.
Bear jumped on a nice pitch there and just pulled right. Just pulled a foul and ends up in the visiting team's dugout. Or
bullpen.
Bullpen, thank you.
Good thing nobody was warming up. And speaking of warming up, Hill Murray. Looks like they're going to get...
Got a little action in their bullpen?
Yeah. Will Kohler.
That's
Kohler. Driven high and deep to right. Way back.
Oh! He almost makes a play on it. He makes a diving play. It pops out of his glove. He's at the base of the fence.
Wow.
And he turns up with a stand-up triple.
Oh, Danny Bear batting third on this team and leading off this 7th inning. Got a hold of that one.
Danny Bear turns on a pitch, pulls it as far as the ball could go.
Zabrowski.
To keep it, keeps it in the... He measures that fence out. Zabrowski makes a diving play on that. And he really just running past him and
that could have been
over the shoulder.
Could have been a really nice catch, but with the sun out there, tough.
But glad he got back up and glad to see no one's hurt. And Bear comes with a stand-up triple.
Looks like we got a pinch hitter coming in here. It's Pat Deasy. He's a senior. So DC batting for Joel Houston. And Pat's ready. Looks at his first pitch, called strike. Nice job by Henke. Go right at the new guy. He's yet to see any pitches, so Henke fires away at him and gets ahead in the count, 0-1.
Yeah, it's quite a challenge. Come off the bench like this, cold, and pitch hit.
Swinging, strike 2.
Hasn't seen any of the pitches yet thus far, and just come off and try to make something happen. It's quite a responsibility.
And DC behind 0-2. Bear gets his lead off third. Fastball right down the pipe. 3 up, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and an out. First out of the inning. Teddy Andrews will step in. Henke reared back and delivered some heat there.
He sure did. Teddy Andrews is just thinking, what's he thinking? He's putting the ball in the opposite field.
And he does just that, driving it nicely to right. Zabrowski got a late jump, but recovers, makes the catch. He's going to throw it home.
He's tagging.
Why not? But easily coming in to score is Bear. And the Cadets had a run here in the 7th. They trail now 11-3.
Sack fly for Andrews. Sack fly with an RBI.
Now Coach Lechner going to come out to have a little chat with the infield. See if they make a pitching change.
Well, I'm guessing what Coach Lechner is just telling the guys right now is he's saying we're one out to winning here, and let's just make a good play. Let's just make some good baseball happen here. He's going to take out his pitcher.
There was a change made behind the plate too, as Matt Schwartz doing the catching duties now. Well, they're going to change pitchers. We're going to take a quick break ourselves. Pioneers leading this one 11-3, top of the 7th. You're watching Hillary Baseball on TV19 Sports.
Okay, this time I'm gonna do it. I'm going to actually go to school.
Tell me about some of the stuff you've had to deal with.
I just dropped out completely. I just got caught up in it, the whole scene with the alcohol and the drugs. I was arrested. A lot of my friends, they were really concerned, especially my friend Aaron. You just have to find someone. They don't have to tell you advice. They don't have to do that. They just listen.
Give your friends the boost they need to graduate. Join us at boostup.org.
Some beautiful hot air balloons out above Hill Murray High School in the distance, actually, probably out of Stillwater. You ever been up in one of them, Mr. Dan Wilson?
You know, I got to tell you, it's one of the things I haven't done yet.
I never have either.
I would love to do that sometime.
First pitch by the new pitcher, Newbeck, going from behind the plate to the mound. Henke slides over from the mound to third. And Matt Schwartz doing the catching duties. 2 outs and nobody on for the Cadets, who are trailing this one in the top of the 7th inning. Fouled off by Mac Marin.
I tell you, a hot air balloon ride would be kind of neat, huh? I mean, what would you? It's a whole lot of lazy floating around, and
I wonder if it's pretty quiet once you're up there.
No, I bet I've jumped out of some perfectly good airplanes. I've never flown an hot air balloon before.
Well, that's just dumb.
I keep hearing that.
Plane works. Why would you jump out? Oh, just staying alive is Marin as he fouls that one off. Count is 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Marin possibly the last hope here for the Cadets.
Well, lots of 2s there.
Fastball missing low, goes full 3-2. Got some Hill Murray girls Pioneer softball players showing up here.
Members of the softball team coming down. The game must have been closed out.
This ball driven to left. Down the line, giving chase but unable to get to it is Young. He'll scoop it up and relay it in. Marin finds himself standing up on second base.
Batting next, number 9, Alex Knoll.
Marin proving to Hill Murray that the Cadets aren't going to go down without a fight.
He stroked that ball nicely.
And he pulls it over to left field, and that ball just cuts away from the left fielder and allows him to have a sure double.
That'll bring up Alex Knoll to the plate, lefty. You can hear the coaching staff for the Pioneers say, don't even worry about that runner. We just need one more out, so let's just worry about the batter. Newbeck throws some heat, misses with that one.
Coming inside on him.
Seems to have a little more velocity in his throw than Henke did. Pitches and misses low again.
It's always a challenge when you get a new pitcher in there. The guys, they stand up, they take a look at what he's got, kind of velocity he's throwing, if he's throwing any type of anything that bends, and then you spend the whole game with one pitcher and you adjust to another guy's stuff and speed.
3 balls here thrown by Newbeck so far.
And Noel's doing a great job right here. What he's trying to do is force him to hit the strike zone. He's forcing him to hit. He's not making any bad decisions and throwing any junk. He's just making him throw a good pitch.
3 balls, no strikes. That one called strike. Taking the whole way was Noel. Newbeck, the second pitcher of the game. Both teams pitching 2 so far. This ball swung on right side. Nice job staying with that one and makes the throw on to first.
There you go. And
McGrain makes the play. Cholsey makes the catch. And the Pioneers make the victory. They win this one by a final score of 11-3. They've pretty much led from the outset and held on the whole way. They finished with the biggest lead they've had of the game. For TV19 Sports and Dan Wilson, I'm Tim Peterson. Thanks for watching. This has been Pioneers Baseball on TV19 Sports.
Thank you very much, Tim.
Now you can pass.
I'm a single mother of 2 kids. I work a lot. I come home tired. You do miss a lot. He dropped off for a whole month. Sometimes I would talk to him and he wouldn't even turn around and look at me. I would just get frustrated because in any way that I talk to him, it just doesn't go through his head. I didn't give up because there's always hope that they'll snap out of it.
Give your teen the boost they need to graduate. Call 1-877-4A-KID or join us at boostup.org for tips and advice.